Hello, my dears, queers, and cat empires. Welcome to the 5th installment of the Cat Empithon. That means we are now halfway through this series. Let's just give me a round of applause. If you're new to this series, basically I've been going in album by album, doing a raw listen through, just giving my natural thoughts, takes, and reactions as we go through. And then at the very end, I add the album to a ranking I got going on. Now that we're up to our 5th episode, we're starting to see how my opinions on various albums compare to one another. It's starting to get a little more exciting in the world of rankings. And since we're now halfway through this series, I figured I'd go ahead and celebrate with a little wine. The Cat Empire is my favorite band. They are now disbanding, at least the original lineup of band members are disbanding. Felix Reibel, lead vocalist and percussionist, as well as Ollie McGill, lead keyboardist. They will be continuing the band, but the Cat Empire, as we know, is ending their 20-year run. So we are listening to the music and just having a good time. Today we will be listening to the 5th studio album released by the Cat Empire, titled Cinema. I'm gonna just read the wiki real quick. Cinema is the 5th studio album of eclectic Australian band The Cat Empire. It was released in Australia on 25 June 2010. The work was co-produced by Steve Schramm or Scram with the group. According to band's lead vocalist and percussionist Felix Reibel, its title was due to the content, which is very cinematic, simply put. Another way to describe it is that it is like a soundtrack to a movie that we might make one day. When Schramm and I were sitting around and trying to come up with a title, we thought that the name we eventually chose would suit the atmosphere. I think that's a better introduction than anything I could say about cinema. So without further ado, let's listen to the most cinematic LP released by the Cat Empire. Cheers. Unless you're not of age, then I take that cheers back. Song number 1. Waiting. This is the last time I will follow you. This isn't my favorite Cat Empire album, just because I have to be in the mood for a more cinematic type of thing, and I'm not always. It is definitely the most different of all the Cat Empire albums because it's the most concept-y. But it's still got a lot of great songs, and you'll see the ones that really stick out to me. This is one of them. Words have lost their meaning. The words have lost their meaning, and she's bored, and I am bored. Stand here waiting, but you won't call. Oh, that's not the lyrics. Editing these videos back, I realize how often I actually misquote my favorite band. Actually, knowing the lyrics to songs has never been my forte, which is why such a musically eclectic band like the Cat Empire appeals to me. Going into the keyboard solo. Or, no, more of a bridge. Not really a solo. Good opening track, good energy. I think a good display of what's to come on the rest of this album. Ooh, but I like this one more. It's falling, right? Yeah. I love, it's like a classic line of Harry just screaming his lungs out, but they've remixed it on the scratch disc. That's really nice and creative. I remember something about this album. It was the first time the band took a more collaborative approach to the writing process. Usually it's Felix and Harry leading the show, but Cinema specifically, the band wrote the album. So you get some real fun stuff, I think, like using Harry's voice as a remix thing on the scratch disc. That probably came directly from DJ Jumps. That's just a theory, though. I don't know that for sure. I had to lay back all the way to make that work. And I was holding my glass the whole time. Professional. Another good track. Another good track. Album starts strong. It just keeps on coming with the bangers. This one's a little more marchy. Get back on your way at the end of the day. Under the fire and the rain. Track 3, Feelings Gone. Maybe the feeling of sobriety. Just kidding. I'm only on glass 1. But glass 2. 3 songs in. Second glass of wine. See? Yeah. So I can't have my third glass until like track 6. Oh. Sorry guys. Poured most of it off camera. Wait, I wasn't even filming that part. This song's beautiful. The bass is nice. Harry's singing on this one. I really like the chorus in this one. Okay. There's something really interesting with the drums going on. There we go. There's some nice little fills the drummer is putting in. I like the prominence of the organ in this song, with the trumpets playing more of a supporting role to the sound of the song. Feels very properly epic. Cinematic, one could say. That trumpet's just blaring, but it's way in the back of the mix, like back in my head here. It's real nice. Different from how the trumpet's usually right up front in Cat Empire songs, so it's a good mix-up. Oh, we got a little... Now there's a keyboard solo that sounds like it's straight out of a Steely Dan song. Oh, but it's only for as the song plays out. That really sounded like it was about to go into a Steely Dan type thing. This next one, track 5, All Hell. Felix takes the mic again.
And all hell's crashing down inside the windows to the other side.
I'm not as intimately familiar with this album as I am with other Cat Empire albums. All Hell is definitely fine, but I don't think it's one I re-listened to a whole lot. Like, we're about halfway through and I'm kind of ready for the next one. The next one's away. I like Shoulders. That's the next track. Nice breakdown on the organ at the end there by Ollie McGill.
1, 2, 3. I saw you walking up the wall like the exorcist. When you saw me there you called.
The lyrics in this song are really nice. I like. I'll be quiet.
Happy bad boy fall into the rift. Carry weight on your
Shoulders.
Won't you see that
You are not beside yourself.
I saw your mom the other day. She asked me how you were. Said one day you'll be fine, but now you do it worse. She
The
told me it's
piano,
fine, that no one breaks your curse. I looked into her eyes,
echoing what Felix is doing with the melody,
weight on your shoulder.
is a really nice touch. I think it works really well in this song.
Yourself. You put that
This song's a really good song for when you're not in a great place.
what if you breathe and
See you're good. What if you reach out, knock on wood? Please want to be understood.
I want to release I
Believe you could.
what if you breathe and see
You're good. And what if you reach out, knock on wood? It just talks about how we all put so much pressure on ourselves, and you don't have to put all that weight on your shoulders. Just, won't you just reach out? It's nice. I think this song's a really underrated track in the Cat Empire's discography. I don't think it's talked about a lot at all, but it's got a really beautiful message and makes you feel things. The piano's so simple and effective and really brings the whole thing up. And we get this nice closeout section of the song, a classic Cat Empire epilogue. Cat Epilogue. Some great keyboard playing. This part's just groovy. Yeah, shoulders. Add this to some playlists, guys. It hits when you're in a good mood, it hits when you're in a bad mood.
She hates you there.
And then we're on to a more... I think this song's a little more grandiose than it needs to be. It fits the album it's in, but The Heart is a Cannibal is a little overdone if you ask me. But it is track 7, so let's polish this off and pour us a new glass. Would you believe I forgot to do the pour on camera again? Ugh. Well, I got one more shot to get it right, guys. The pre-chorus, I think, is the best part here. Because then it goes into the chorus. Yeah, this one's just not... Oh, this part's good too, actually. I think they have a mute on the trumpet. I think that's why it sounds like that. Also, this drum track thing is pretty nice. Yeah, pre-chorus, great. This part, I don't know. Overdone. Yeah. Also like whatever is going on with that voice in the background. Next up is track 8, Reasonably Fine.
I lost my shoes, I lost my wife, I lost my keys, I lost my kite.
This one, I definitely don't re-listen to ever. Kind of unmemorable in past experiences, but let's see if it sticks out to me more this time around.
But you're the same as you and I'm the same as me, and hopefully we can find ways to let us be reasonably fine. Reasonably fine, at least to beat my drums in time.
Most basic drum beat. Most basic drum beat. Meg White. Meg White. Meg White.
You're the same as you and I'm the same as me.
Could be just a slow burn, but hasn't been too much build yet on it.
reasonably fine at least to play my pretty chime.
Keyboard's
Empty
nice.
cries and hollow tooths and all the signs that have no use, and fingers point accusingly of sinning, humorless hypocrisy and all the crimes we didn't see, beside the knows the devil might be winning.
This is some good lyrics right there.
You're the same
And
as
I
you
like
and I'm
what
the
Ollie's
same
doing
as me.
in the background here. Honestly, Ollie is the MVP of this album. The keyboard knows exactly what it needs to be for every track. The keyboard has been an interesting and necessary component of every song in this album. Ollie did really good on this one.
Sometimes I feel
We're on to my favorite song from the album, and I think the most recognizable song from cinema, Call Me Home.
at night I'm
This is a great ass track right here. Oh,
images of the flood. Whoa, you say there is no order. You say there is no cause.
call me home. Is anybody
out there? And call me home. Is anybody out there at all? We forgot our brother.
We're not quite there yet, but you know what part's coming up. You know what part's freaking coming up. I think to prepare, we need to do a pour on camera. Blast numero 4. So close to finishing it. Is anybody out there? And call me home. Is anybody out there at all? That part. DJ Jumps also has a lot of you can see his influence on the production throughout this album.
Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there?
Call me home.
Is anybody out there at
Whew, that's a good one.
So send me down the hole.
Unfortunately, there's a little more to go. Could have ended the album right there, for all I'm concerned. But next, it's On My Way. February, please. Oh, I'm recording this in February. It won't be released in February.
You're missing in the west, you're missing in the west. You follow the black cat and even in your dream. Well, I'm on my way to where I won't look back. I heard you say,
With dismay.
we're living on the trackside.
Yeah, I'm definitely like inebriated enjoying this song because I definitely on most days find this one less notable.
Living in a lie, you're living
But
in a lie. Why do you do
I don't know, the vocal performance from Felix here is pretty fun.
sky? Swimming in the sky, so
Is it so wrong that it's a little more simple? You get some pretty good solos in this song too. This is the part where Harry screams his lungs out, like his career depends on it. There it is. It's in the back. Back of the mix. I will say the mixing on this album is really nice because Harriet's screaming manically usually takes the front of the production, and here it uses it more as a component of a song instead of the main feature, so it pulls him to the back of the mix. That happened earlier in the album as well, where a part that's the trumpets and shoulders was also more towards the back of the mix, which is unusual, and I think you get that a lot in this album. Variations in the production, which is why maybe it's the most different, most foreign to me, but it's very creative. It's like the Cat Empire remixed, you know. We're on to the final track, Beyond All. A really solid closer track in my honest opinion. I said I wished Call Me Home was the closer, but this does do a good job of closing out the album. Feels very conclusive. I think it's the bass line really that makes it feel very final. Bum 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 bum. These horns. The drums and the bongos there. Good percussion in this track. That is beyond all. Bum, 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 bum. Uh-oh, Karen's about to die. Something's about to end. Can we make it to the final? Nope. Yeah, we can. Alright, guys. Camera's about to die. So, we gotta wrap this shit up now. Oh god, fuck. I'm spilling things. This album, it's very cinematic, very epic. It was very enjoyable while drinking wine. I will say, though, you do have to be in the mood for that kind of music, which is why I was more surprised this time, like, oh, I'm enjoying myself watching this. Like, yeah, of course, I'm in the mood to listen to it, but oftentimes I'm not, which is why I think the album doesn't hit as often for me. But the production is really solid, really clean. They mix things up, and it definitely feels like the formula of the Cat Empire is being broken a bit. Being broken to fit this new formula, this new concept album of a very big, boisterous concert band, or, what am I trying to say? It's different than what you usually hear from the Cat Empire, so you're either going to want to listen to it or you're going to want to listen to what they more usually provide from any other album in their discography. I will say this one is the most different from all their other albums, so it's harder to rank it. It's definitely more difficult to rank it, but I will rank it, and we're gonna rank it at, because of the nature of the album, it's a well-produced album, but it is a album with some lesser-known songs. It's average. We'll say it like this, you know? I've heard things they're doing on this album before. It's average. So we're gonna give it a C for cinema. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I decided that was going to be the ranking before I even started recording today. It was predestined, and if you're pissed off about it, well, too bad. Because this is my series, and no one can even see your dislike. Thank you for tuning in today. Like, comment if you liked the video and want to give feedback. Subscribe. Share this video with a friend who you think also likes the Cat Empire. Otherwise, I don't have any other requests of you other than to drink water like I am about to do. Have a good rest of your day, night, whatever. Mwah.